Midnight Drearies.
The Brooklyn Brawlers were having a promising season, and the excitement among the fans was palpable. The team's star pitcher, Tom Diaz, was on fire, leading them to victories game after game. However, the shadows of tragedy loomed over the stadium, waiting to cast a chilling darkness upon the sport that would never be forgotten. Tom Diaz had a beautiful girlfriend named Talitha Jacumi. She was a radiant and vivacious woman, the kind who lit up a room with her presence. She and Tom were the golden couple of the baseball world, making headlines for their love as much as for Tom's impressive pitching skills. One fateful night, after a particularly exhilarating game, tragedy struck the couple. Talitha was found dead under mysterious circumstances. The authorities, under pressure from the media and the team, hastily concluded that she had succumbed to an accidental overdose. Grief-stricken, Tom was shattered by the loss of his beloved Talitha, unable to comprehend how such a tragedy could befall them. The Brooklyn Brawlers had a crucial game scheduled against the Oakland Looters, their longtime rivals. The atmosphere in the stadium was tense, not just because of the competition but also due to the lingering sorrow from Talitha's untimely demise. As the game progressed, a hushed murmur swept through the crowd. At the top of the bleachers, a mysterious figure emerged, a silhouette against the backdrop of the dimming evening sky. The air grew thick with an unnatural tension, and a sense of foreboding settled over the stadium. The figure, a woman, began descending the stairs with an ethereal grace. As she moved, a macabre transformation took place. Blood started streaming out of every orifice of the fans seated along her path. The horrified onlookers screamed in terror as the crimson liquid formed a swirling vortex around the mysterious woman. The players on the field, including Tom Diaz, watched in shock as the Bloodstorm expanded, raining terror upon the unsuspecting spectators. Panic spread like wildfire, but the players were powerless against the grotesque force descending upon them. Several brave players attempted to confront the mysterious woman as she walked onto the field, but their efforts were futile. She wielded an otherworldly power, draining the life force from them with a mere touch. The Bloodstorm grew more ferocious, the rain of blood turning the stadium into a nightmarish scene. As the chaos unfolded, the figure approached Tom on the pitcher's mound. His heart pounded in his chest as he recognized her. It was Talitha, his deceased girlfriend, walking towards him with an otherworldly glow in her eyes. Tom couldn't believe what he was seeing. "Talitha," he stammered, his voice a mixture of disbelief and fear. She turned to face him, a cruel smile playing on her lips. "Tom," she whispered, her voice an eerie melody. "The coroner who examined me was no ordinary man. He was a vampire, and he brought me back to life so that I could have my revenge." Tom's mind reeled with shock. Revenge? But why? Talitha's face twisted from gloating malice to vindictive anger. "Because you killed me. You weak, worthless piece of shit. You weren't man enough to just end the relationship, you had to stab me with that poison. I never touched the stuff, but it was an easy out for the spoiled little rich boy from Scottsdale, Arizona, who always got what he wanted." In a desperate attempt to defend himself, Tom grabbed a bat lying nearby from one of the fallen players. He swung it at Talitha, but she effortlessly caught it in her hand, her strength far beyond that of a living being. "You should have stuck with a wooden bat," she taunted, a malicious grin on her face. With a swift motion, Talitha disarmed Tom and, in an instant, engulfed him in the swirling bloodstorm. His screams echoed through the stadium as his body disintegrated, turning into a crimson mist. The bloodstorm consumed him completely, leaving no trace of the once famed pitcher. As the sanguine vortex began to dissipate, the stadium fell silent. The horrified onlookers stared at the empty pitcher's mound, unable to comprehend the nightmarish events that had unfolded. Talitha, her vengeance seemingly satisfied, disappeared into the shadows, leaving behind a chilling silence that echoed through the haunted stadium. As she exited, the crowd heard her say, "I hate baseball."